It did not say recording in progress, did it? But I believe it is recording.
Oh, well.
Let's see. Yep, it is recording. Okay, well, welcome everybody to the 11th Ward Community Zoning Meeting. Tonight is 6:23 right now, on May 18th, Monday. We are here to consider a zoning request change for the property located at 3540 South Halsted. It is currently zoned B1-1. The requested change is to a C1-2. It was previously a car wash. And the intended use now that requires the change to C1-2 is for a very unique concept, and it is to do a cafe in the front and auto repair in the back. This would be a high-end establishment. We have with us the owners of the property, who are the developers, as well as the business owner who's here with us as well. I'm gonna pull up some pictures, and then these guys are gonna take us through kind of what the concept is, and walk through sort of any of the physical changes that really need to happen, based on what they're being asked to do to open this business. The whole purpose of these zoning meetings, if you've never attended one of these, is for the community to hear about what the proposal is, to raise any concerns. If you are a neighbor, if you are across the street, behind them, whatever, if you have concerns about traffic, whatever those are, the whole purpose is to raise those concerns, have the developers and the business owner answer those, and if any tweaks need to be made to a proposal, my desire in all of these meetings is to have an outcome that has everybody winning. So we can't do that until everybody's had this conversation. So with that, I think there is somebody. I don't need to talk to the AI assistant. I'm just gonna ignore her. All right. So who is going to go first?
Want to explain the concept, Charles?
Sure.
Charles, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Charles. Thank you, Nicole, for the introduction. So what we're looking to do is open a cafe in the space with a high-end mechanic shop in the back. The cafe in front is gonna serve as kind of a lounge area where people could come in, community could come in, hang out, have a nice cup of coffee, and we'll have a glass wall in back viewing into the workspace. Now, it being a little bit higher end, the workspace is going to be almost lab-like, very clean, very organized, and people can bring their kids in, or people that are into automotive stuff can come in and view our technicians working and see what they're working on. There won't be a whole lot of traffic going in and out of the back because we'll be doing a lot of builds and servicing and things like that.
So what are we looking at right now, Charles?
So right now you're looking at the front portion, which would be the cafe. And then that cafe is gonna double as a little bit of a showroom. We'll have a pool car in there that will switch out daily. That way people can walk in and look at a car that you typically don't see on the street. And then some high-end accessories and things like that.
So what you see back here is a glass wall where you can see
Yeah,
into
so you
the,
have a glass wall in front of the lounge area, and then you'll have kind of like a glass door for us to move vehicles in and out of for display.
got it. And then this is,
That's our vision for the front of the building. Everything's kind of open concept, whitewash brick, make it real clean and sleek looking.
now, Sam, are you gonna talk about the logistics of, is this gonna be a driveway? Is this,
Yeah, I'll be a driveway there.
that'll
There's
be,
already a driveway there, so we'll just leave the existing driveway that's been there. So we're not doing new curb cuts.
go over here. To where I've got everything open. Where do you want me to go? Start over here. This is the shop
Yeah,
area.
those places, yeah, the shop area's in the back and then kind of show the coffee shop in front. Basically, so we haven't worked out like how to divide between the coffee shop and I mean, it's gonna be something like that. We might have a wall going the other way. I'm not sure yet.
Where do
right
you want me
now,
to go next?
that's basically, maybe we're thinking of possibly doing like a little storage area above it.
On the second floor?
Yeah, well, just a mezzanine, maybe,
Oh,
we're not
like,
sure
okay.
yet.
So
Just storing some
is there any
supplies.
particular place where you want me to, where you want me to?
Well, there was a
getting
second floor drawing.
Here.
It's just the basis for Yeah, it was just see like just above the
Storage.
just
Just
storage
storage
above, like
above,
above in the
yeah.
top right corner.
But this is, so the shop area is still the shop area. The
It's a
shop
whole-
area is just
yeah.
one floor.
Just
Okay,
big open area.
got it. Okay. And how tall is the building currently?
20, about 22 feet.
22.
Yeah, see, it's 20 on the inside,
Yeah, on that side.
What's the inside? Oh, 20.
20.
Okay, that's about 22.
22 feet,
So you're not making any physical changes to the outside of
I
the
mean,
building?
other than the front.
Like the garage, the
So-
glass garage door and
We'll
then,
change it from a metal garage door to a glass garage door,
Mhm.
and then where the current, door, the pedestrian door is, we'll probably take that front out and put a aluminum and glass.
Something similar to what the.
From what you see on the drawing.
On the
concept.
picture.
Pretty close concept.
Modernized look.
Give it a real modern look, and then we'll decide on the brick, either whitewash or whatever the color will be.
Now, on the back, so it was a car wash before. There's a ton of space in the back too.
Yeah.
Outdoor space.
Outdoor space. So
Yeah.
what's gonna happen in the back?
That's gonna say as this is parking.
That's gonna be customer parking in the back?
Yeah, there'll be some customer parking, then employee parking as well.
And how many cars can you fit back there, guys? I'm asking some of the questions that I
Yeah.
think will be asked later.
Yeah.
These are just general things that I always ask.
Would you fit?
looks like 50s.
50 by
Yeah,
50,
so it's-
so eight cars,
Yeah, 8 divided, but yeah,
I'd say about 8
eight.
8 foot.
on an angle maybe or something.
You got them straight in, because it's got up room. I just emailed you what the front looks like now. So you see, you wanna put it
Okay,
up there.
well, and I can pull it up too.
Okay.
I
So
can
they
do
kind of
that.
see what the front looks like.
Yeah, so I mean, we can take questions now while I'm trying to pull up another picture here. Does anybody have questions, concerns? Corey?
So my name's Corey. We own the building, right next door. So we share an alley with you. We'll be sharing an alley with you guys at 819 West 35th Place. So my concern is how, like, what do you expect the foot traffic and traffic, because like, I'm afraid of like the amount of noise. And then my second concern, right, since we share an alley with, the line permit, right? Someone last year, right, reversed their car and hit our building already, so,
Oh,
and now we had to go through an insurance claim. So that's one of our
Wait,
concerns.
so through the alleyway, we're not gonna have a whole lot of traffic because cars come in and will stay for a little while.
Yeah.
We're not going to be a high turn shop. Our motto is we don't do things quick, we do things right, we do quality work.
Yeah.
So we're not a turnover type of business where we want to turn over a lot of cars, because that's when you lose your quality. So I don't think we'll have an issue there. As far as noise wise, it will be quieter than a typical shop because we run everything electric.
Okay.
And especially with these cars, like you'll hear a shop making loud noises taking off wheels.
Right.
Most of our cars are hand untorqued and hand retorqued. Just to preserve the metal and the quality of it, because everything's to spec.
Yeah, so are you guys like planning something similar to Top Speed?
No, Top Speed, they do wheels and tires in and out all day.
Yeah.
We're doing a little bit more, we'll do some tires and wheels and suspension work and things like that.
Okay. Like, are you doing a lot of parts replacement?
Yeah, things like that, parts replacement,
Like high-end cars?
high-end cars.
Okay.
Adjusting and fine tuning suspension setups and things like that.
So it won't be too overly.
And we'll actually have a lot of our cars will get transported in versus people driving them. Especially with that alley and the speed bumps and things like that.
Yeah.
A lot of these cars are a bit lower, so no one's gonna be flying down the alley.
Okay.
No, not the way it currently is.
Yeah.
There's a rather sizable pothole that's right in front of your property right
So you're 819?
819.
Oh, you're right behind them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right behind.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
directly behind.
Directly
Yeah.
behind.
Okay.
Well,
There's gonna be a lot less traffic than the car.
Yeah,
that-
his car hits, yeah, I
That's
think
what I'm afraid of.
he's gonna have a bigger insurance claim than you will.
Yeah.
And the guy's getting the guy, one of his cars that, they got insurance.
Yeah,
Is it possible, sorry,
That's okay.
is it possible to install like, something to,
A barrier,
yeah, barrier or something?
bollard or something between,
Or
between
guardrail.
your property and the alley. We can take a look at it, Corey. I don't know how wide the alley is, or like, are you right
Might
up
be
to
on
the
the
property?
property.
Are you on the property line or is there a side setback? If you're on the property line, probably not.
Okay.
That's if we had a little bit of public way to deal with,
Right.
we might be able to get something, but I'll ask the question. I can check with CDOT to see if there's anything that we can do,
Okay,
to prevent that from happening.
okay.
Maybe there's something we can do with paint too. We'll try to come up with something that really informs people, but I think for the most part, people shouldn't be backing out of there very often, right? I mean, that there's enough room in that parking lot that you can maneuver. I don't think anybody ever wants to back out into an alley. If they have if they can, they generally try to pull out. So
Yeah,
that should be a little bit better.
happened was, our building had a fire and they got remodeled, right?
Uh-huh.
The laundromat, they had a truck in there and they backed out. It's a customer's truck.
Yeah.
They backed out, they hit the building, but they were nice enough and then stayed and everybody got called in.
Uh-huh.
Insurance. That was still a little bit of a.
Yeah.
So you have a front building and you have like a coach house in back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a long one left.
And majority of our stuff is
They're all
moving in and out.
Ours
And
is one
majority of the
fifty.
customers will be picking up in front just
Yeah,
because
it's
of
more, yeah.
insurance.
Probably, yeah.
Got it. We start driving through the property.
Got it.
And especially what the value of a lot of the stuff that especially rent is that
Yes.
you crack a customer's bump, there's $30,000. And that's
100%.
not a risk we're willing to take.
Yeah.
A little bit of background, I'm coming up on 16 years with Porsche, and my partners are all master Porsche mechanics. So we're not running a typical repair shop.
So just to make sure everybody heard that, because you're a little bit farther away, Charles, it is picking it up on the closed captioning here. But Charles and his partners, Charles has worked 16 years, you said,
Yeah,
for Porsche, and your partners are master mechanics for Porsche.
Over 10 years.
Yeah, over 10 years, and the vehicles that they're gonna be working on are all high-end, and they have a lot of insurance liability concerns, so that they're gonna be taking extra care. This is not a place where there's gonna be cars zooming in and out to be worked on. And when Charles first came to meet with me, with some of his partners, about what they were trying to create out of their love for cars, which I thought, very interesting concept. I'd love selfishly to have a coffee shop right across the street. I love the idea, and it's unique, and it's different. And it doesn't require some big massive changes happening to the building. And I think overall it'll be an improvement to have, this is what the building currently, or it did look like. I know you're working on it. It still does. So that stone wall is still there.
They're gonna be leaving.
Yeah, so we're working on having this look a little different at the end of the day. I don't think I can pull up the picture right
I think
now.
it's a great idea.
Here we go.
It's really cool, like, because we live over there and then, I mean, when I got this letter, right, I sort of talked to my parents, about yeah, it's great. It's great to bring in foot traffic.
Yeah.
And we also had some conversations with our partners too, because we know there's a neighborhood right behind us.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out a way to get involved with community, whether if you guys have a vehicle that needs help with our services and things like that, we'd love to offer some sort of discounted rate where it's like, you're not paying Ferrari or Porsche prices.
Yeah.
We'll just kind of getting to know everybody.
Yeah, and there's a big park right behind you there too, like Donovan Park's right there. There's plenty of ways for you to get involved with the
Could do a mini
community.
car show on that dead street by Donovan.
You almost
Just
could.
3 or 4 cars after a baseball game or something.
There's other folks that are on the Zoom line and also here in the room. Are there any other questions that folks have? I'm happy to entertain those now. You can raise your hand or, oh, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Damon. I live in the neighborhood right behind where you guys are gonna be opening your thing on 36th Street. Two questions. One, like, which of these two aspects are you expecting to do the most business from, the cars or the cafe?
I would imagine per ticket item would be the cafe,
Okay,
because the
Yeah.
cars you're gonna get maybe 3, 4, 5 tickets
okay.
a week.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's what I was wanting to hear, because frankly, I don't see a lot of high-end cars in this neighborhood. I don't know if those new Teslas that look like tanks are considered high-end. If they are, I do see a lot of those. But,
There's
so
so many.
okay, so you guys
cycle
might be
trucks.
working on, I don't really see Porsches and stuff in this neighborhood. I might be wrong, I don't know. But, okay, so as I would agree, I would think you guys would do more business, at least at first, from the cafe. Secondly, like, are you going to, like, could someone come to the cafe and have breakfast? Like, are there gonna be pastries and other things that mainly just coffee?
There may be pastries, that's in the talks.
Okay.
Right now focus is on coffee and then we maybe outsource and partner with another bakery that would bring pastries in or something
Okay.
like that. But we wouldn't be doing any baking, cooking on site.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for
And
the
we
question.
won't strictly be Porsche, we basically touch anything.
Oh, okay.
A lot of those cars are in like storage on Parnell
Yeah.
or on normal,
On normal.
on normal.
Yeah.
Be surprised at the amount of hidden
Really?
sports cars that are in the area of warehouse.
They're just
Yeah.
not driving around the
Cause he's
neighborhood.
probably sold it to them. Jim, I see your hand raised and then we'll go to Matt in the room.
Okay, yeah, we're just a little, we're wondering about the operating hours and the kind of noise, like are there gonna be like cars revving loudly at strange hours? And we're concerned also about car exhaust. Could that be a problem?
So on the revving aspect in our caliber field, that's a big no-no. You never rev these
Okay.
cars for fun, at least like you hear on the street. It won't be like the takeovers that you're seeing, nothing like that. Our cars will be leaving respectfully in and out, but most of them will be coming in on transport. Because a lot of these cars don't get driven a whole lot on normal streets. And even on noise level on our tool side, we've gone to full electric tools on everything. So you won't be hearing the normal air compressors and impact drivers that you typically hear in a standard shop. And with the cafe there, we're not gonna be making a whole lot of noise on that side either.
And-
So people are gonna be drinking coffees in front, they don't wanna get a migraine at the same time.
Business hours, what are you thinking?
Not super late, probably 7 at the latest, maybe 6 o'clock. It would be typical business hours. Opening probably 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Would you be open on the weekends as well?
Probably Saturday for a bit, not so much Sunday, because most of us have families and that's day with the kids and things
Got
like
it.
that.
So-
Maybe just a cafe at a certain point, but at the beginning, no.
Okay. Anything else, Jim?
Are you guys gonna be painting?
Zero painting, zero body work, zero spraying, no fumes or anything like that from chemicals.
Okay. All right. And how long do you anticipate the renovations taking?
Once we get our final permits, 2 months.
So permit applications are in. They just can't operate there without a zoning change, guys. So I want to be clear about that. They're not doing anything illegal at this point. The building permits are separate from what they're gonna be operating. Kuna,
Oh,
did you have?
and our last question is regarding events and party events or outdoor music stuff like is that part of the plan?
Car show once in a while.
Maybe a car show once in a while, but no big events. We won't be using it as an event space or anything like that. Maybe a grand opening party.
We should let you. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess it's less about zoning, but can you watch Formula One races with the cafe?
That's actually part of the plan is projecting it on one of the walls. Well, because a lot of us do follow that.
Yeah, it's always in the morning anyway.
Yeah.
So there's nowhere to go.
That's true.
Yep, sorry.
My son's a Formula One guy.
So the question was whether or not they'd be able to watch Formula One races in the cafe. That Charles said that was one of the intentions, is to project it onto one of the walls inside the cafe.
We were talking about doing a projection.
So
For
races,
races,
they watch it, they just watch it.
Yeah.
It's,
That'd be a nice high screen.
great.
That'd be it's a good idea. And you'll have a nice view from the bar.
Any other questions? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. there's nothing in the chat. Okay, well, this meeting was different than the last one. For those of you who were in the other one, you'll understand the reference. Anyway, look, I don't see any reason not to support the zoning change to accommodate what they want to be able to do inside, which is the auto repair, which is what the zoning change would be for. I'm excited at this really interesting concept to come to the neighborhood. Appreciate that you want to invest in Bridgeport. So thank you for that. The only other thing is just make sure that the trash that you're collecting, you'll have to have private trash service, obviously. Just making sure that that's all enclosed within the footprint of the property. I think that's the only other thing that we didn't cover that generally gets raised at these meetings. And with that, I will be providing a recommendation for support of the zoning change. We'll get the support letter over to your attorney later in the week. And if anybody has any other questions, let us know. But thank you for coming and participating in the meeting. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing here and then end the recording and the meeting. Thanks to all of you who joined us tonight. Appreciate you being concerned and interested in what's happening in the neighborhood. Thanks. Take care, everybody.